Hey everyone, I'm here with Delegate Cash, and we have built a public good project that is a free and feeless protocol that lets any wallet, any contract, or any NFT delegate message signing authority to any third-party wallet. On the back end, on every chain that we're deployed on, we have built a delegation registry that any developer can easily integrate into their own projects. We are committed to solving account abstraction, and delegations are the first steps towards realizing this idealized vision. The entire team consists of 3 people: OX Fubar, Ryeshrimp, and myself, Munam Wasi. Delegate Cash specifically is a multi-chain solution, and we're excited to announce that we are now joining Canto, in addition to the other chains that we already are on, which are Ethereum, Polygon, Arbitrum, Fantom, CELO, Gnosis, Klaytn, and Optimism. In layperson terms, if crypto's underlying premise is that it is programmable money, you can think of us as programmable power of attorney. Except, unlike a human lawyer who can still misbehave, Delegate Cash is an immutable and composable smart contract without the ability to transfer or touch assets themselves. Practically, this means that users can keep their valuable NFTs or other assets in cold storage, but still interact with third-party smart contracts to do things like claiming airdrops that they're qualified for, joining token-gated communities that they have access to, or sharing, their assets with their friends. While their assets are still secure in cold storage and haven't left there. That's because, again, Delegate Cash has no ability and no transfer function baked into it. Delegate Cash specifically launched on September 28th, so it's been less than 4 months, and we are already working with many of the leading blue-chip NFT projects and infrastructure companies in the space, such as Bored Ape Yacht Club, Art Blocks, Forgotten Runes, Cyber Brokers, Punks Club, Invisible Friends, and Token Proof. Hand in hand with our launch, we also submitted EIP 5639 in order to make our delegation registry approach a standard across the entire EVM, because we want to make it easier for other people to build on top of what we're doing in an inclusive and an open manner. While Canto is a very exciting and burgeoning ecosystem, there have been several growing pains and hurdles that we had to overcome in order to deploy there. Firstly, we had to pass Canto Governance Proposal number 37 in order to enable pre-EIP 155 transactions on Canto. OX Fubar actually was the initial proposer of this governance proposal, and this allowed multi-chain functionality for major projects such as Delegate Cash itself, the Create 2 contracts, or OpenSea Seaport, amongst many others. This would give Canto the ability to compete easier with chains like Ethereum, Polygon, Avalanche, and Optimism, etc., which do not have these restrictions and still work great. This also helps Canto focus on user safeguards at the wallet level, which we can help with greatly, without limiting impacts at the protocol layer. This increased ease of interoperability is critical to making Canto a more attractive target for more multi-chain deployments later on in the future. Next, we had to make sure that Create 2 itself would work in order to be able to deploy the Delegate Cash itself, which you can see has been deployed over here. This matches, all of the other addresses that we have for every other chain that we are deployed on in order to make development as easy as possible. Lastly, in addition to allowing us to deploy Delegate Cash itself, it also enabled the front end to work as intended. We're excited to see how the delegation tooling can power anything from NFTs to DAO to crypto games to DeFi and beyond. The best thing that any L1 and L2 can do to supercharge growth is to strongly encourage NFT projects and communities to establish themselves natively. Delegate Cash gives them the best-in-class tooling in order to do that with unparalleled network effects. That's why, to date, in less than 4 months, we have already seen over $250 million worth of assets delegated, which is a little bit more than 2% of the entire current NFT market by value. We know that we can bring these same network effects to Canto. If you sort of look at some of these, do inquiry calls, and you look at the actual projects over here, you can see the exact numbers of assets held and how much these, start to add up. To conclude with, We are fully committed to this open and inclusive vision for the future. I think that delegations are a key part of it, and Canto is an ecosystem that we're very excited about, and we are very excited to see where that takes us in the future. Thank you.